Hi guys, welcome to episode 1 of the Greatest Debate. And as it is December and that festive time of the year, we're going to be talking about the greatest Christmas films. There's only going to be one winner. The 5 nominees, you'll see in a second, have been compiled by speaking to people on Twitter, using Rotten Tomatoes, IMDb reviews, bits like that, as well as, obviously, my personal opinions on what should be in there. With this series, it obviously is going to be opinionated. That's just how it's going to be because, obviously, other people are going to disagree. I want this series to be as interactive as possible, so I want you guys to let me know what you think the greatest Christmas film is in the comments, or send me a tweet on Twitter with what Christmas film you think is the best and why. The nominees. The 5 nominees are Elf, The Grinch, It's a Wonderful Life, Home Alone, and The Santa Claus. There are films here missing that I think should be in there. The Polar Express is missing, Die Hard is missing, as well as Star Wars, The Christmas Holiday Special. No, maybe not. I was joking about that one. Anyway, you'll see on here you've got a tomato score and then a festive score. The festive score is my personal opinion of how festive it makes you feel. And obviously the tomatoes is Rotten Tomato score, which is what a lot of moviegoers and movie reviewers use to base their opinions off. As you can see, Rotten Tomatoes do actually vary their scores quite a bit across these films, with The Grinch coming in at 49, which is only just, I think, fresh. I don't think it's certified fresh. Whereas you've got Elf and A Wonderful Life that are certified fresh films, so they're highly rated by professional movie reviewers. We're going to start off with talking with Elf. I think out of the 5, it gives you the best festive feel. This is a proper kids' Christmas film. I think it makes you feel like a kid when you actually watch the film. So my festive feel rating gives you 95 out of 100 for Elf. I think this really puts you in the mood for Christmas. Will Ferrell, everyone loves Will Ferrell. I don't think there's a lot of people in the world that don't like Will Ferrell. It's such an upbeat and such a Christmassy film, and I think it's boss. The Grinch, I give it 88. Obviously, the way he turns around and becomes this voice of Christmas cheer has to be in there. Grinch isn't one of my favourites, but a lot of people did tell me to put The Grinch in the nominees. Obviously, only got a 49% score. And again, it's another actor that people love. Another comedic actor, Jim Carrey. Now, It's a Wonderful Life had to be in here. IMDb, Twitter, and Rotten Tomatoes all rank this as the best Christmas film ever made. In terms of its combination of its Rotten Tomatoes score and its audience score. I've only seen it once or twice. Obviously, it's a really old-fashioned film, so probably for the older generation, this film's probably number 1 because it's what you grew up with. But for me, I know it's on like Channel 5 at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon most Christmases, so it's not for me. But it had to be in there because of how long it's been out and how popular it still is. And now my personal favourite, Home Alone. You know what it's about. Everyone's seen Home Alone. Everyone loves Home Alone. Only got 66% from Rotten Tomatoes, and it doesn't really, compared to the others, it's probably not as Christmassy. It's nothing Santa related, North Pole or anything like that. But I think it's just one of those feel-good films. It's funny, it's quirky, and I think you could probably watch it early November. I don't think it is as festive as the other 4 nominees, which moves it down potentially in the chance of winning. However, it had to be in there. Home Alone Lost in New York is probably the better film, so I'm going to do Home Alone as a general franchise in this, as well as The Santa Claus. The Santa Claus was my input into the nominees. I think this is personally my favourite. I think there's no other film that makes me feel as festive as watching The Santa Claus. Tim Allen's hilarious in it. The 3 films in general are very, very good. The sequel's the best one, The Santa Claus 2. And first came out in the late 90s, and then the last one came in 2010, I think it was. 3 absolutely brilliant films. And again, the Santa Claus is all about the big man. And the big man, you can't get any more festive than that. However, there can only be one winner. And using, as I said, Twitter, people I know, my experience, my family, what I've watched as I was growing up, the winner has to be Elf. The winner has to be Elf. Combining Rotten Tomatoes' 85% viewing score, as well as the 95% festive feel you get from it, there is only one winner from these 5 nominees, and it of course is Will Ferrell in Elf. Obviously, this is a very opinionated video, but I really want you guys to tell me what you think is the greatest Christmas film of all time. But in my opinion, Elf, there's no better way to kick off the Christmas season than watching Elf and getting you right in the mood for Christmas. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Next week is going to be all about Spider-Man. We're going to have a look at the greatest Spider-Man, live-action Spider-Man that is, as well as combining it with the rankings of the Spider-Man films ahead of Spider-Man No Way Home, released on next Wednesday in the UK, and we'll also have a review of Spider-Man No Way Home, which I'm absolutely ecstatic for. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. I hope you go away and watch as many Christmas films as you possibly can now, because it's that time of the year. So have a good Christmas. Thank you for watching. Please do leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you next Sunday for another episode of The Greatest Debate.